Vanilla Minecraft's performance kinda sucks, so we all turn to mods to improve that. As we know, if you want better performance, go with Sodium, and if you want more customization and features, go with Optifine. But there are alternatives on the rise, albeit in their early stages. Today, I want to compare these mods and find out which offers the best experience for the user. Keep in mind, I won't just be looking at raw FPS, and I'll be taking everything that these mods offer into consideration. Here are the specs of my PC and the settings I'll be using. Starting off, we'll see which mod creates and loads into a 32 chunk world the quickest. Unfortunately, due to the nature of how Minecraft handles spawns for each world, the starting locations are a little different, even though I'm using the same seed. I've stamped the times on screen for when I saw the last few chunks render at the horizon line, alongside FPS numbers. Already, I'm extremely impressed with every mod we have here, with each of them loading into the world at almost the same time. Optifine does pull ahead in rendering the chunks in front of the player compared to the other mods, and once I do a turnaround here, Optifine and Nvidium load the remaining chunks in about 10 seconds, compared to Sodium's 16 seconds and Vulkan's 25 seconds. 32 chunks might not be everyone's preference, some play at 24, some at 16, but it's the best way to really push these mods to their limits. Finally, I'll just let these render out as many chunks as they can, and we can compare final FPS values with the highest load. In first place we have Sodium, reaching an average of 286 frames per second, followed by Nvidium and Vulkan, and in last, Optifine at 84 frames per second with a minimum of 50. Now that's pretty rough. Now let's take a look at the extras offered by these mods. Starting off with Optifine, though it received the lowest FPS value compared to the other three mods, it still has the edge over vanilla Minecraft, and it offers a lot for a single package. Out of the box, you get shader compatibility, custom entity models, zoom, anti-aliasing, and many other visual improvements. It's also arguably the easiest mod to install, not requiring the user to install other mods or APIs or even a mod loader, as it does it all for you. All of this would actually make Optifine my most recommended mod on this list, even though I rather use Sodium just because of Optifine's simplicity. Speaking of Sodium, this would be my second recommendation out of our options today. Best performance hands down, with a little mod ecosystem as well. To reach feature parity with Optifine, yes, you do need to install a few more mods, but this can be simplified significantly by using a modern mod launcher such as Prism or Modrinth and using one of the fan-made mod packs, my pick being fabulously optimized. This combination gives you the benefits of Optifine with the insane performance of Sodium. And finally, I'll have Vulkan and Nvidium in third. These mods are new to the performance space, and I wouldn't recommend them besides a mostly vanilla run or just to test them out. Nvidium uses modern NVIDIA-only mesh shaders, which allows the game to have a nearly entirely GPU-driven rendering pipeline. Sounds like a lot, but essentially because of this, you're able to have an infinite render distance as long as your GPU has enough memory available. Unfortunately, it also means you would require an RTX 20 series card or above to use this mod. With my RTX 2060 and its 6 gigs of RAM, I can render hundreds of chunks at a time, all the while I'm still receiving a stable frame rate. I mean, look at this image on the Nvidium mod page. They're rendering in real time the entire Hermitcraft map in 4K with 80 frames per second. This is huge if compatibility and stability can be improved, and would easily be my top pick even if it wasn't as easy to install as Optifine. And for those wondering, no, shaders aren't supported as of yet. Iris would need to add support for the mod themselves, and that doesn't seem like it would be happening anytime soon based on what I could find in the Discord. As for Vulkan, their route is to remove OpenGL from the game and render entirely using, well, Vulkan. This approach is much more sustainable as it allows nearly every GPU to take advantage of this mod, though it does not offer the same infinite chunk render distance. The developers seem to be potentially aiming for shader support / ray tracing support, and even FSR for improved anti-aliasing. You can learn more in the Discord in the description alongside the other mods. That concludes today's test. I hope this eased your decision when choosing which mod you would like to use, but I think it's best not to pick favorites, as mods can update and improve over time. I'll look into redoing this test at a later date and hopefully do more in-depth testing so we can see how far these mods would have come. If you have anything else you'd like me to test, let me know, and thanks for watching.